Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Fog's World. Look at that. I got all the dispensers done. Oh, that took forever. I'm still going to have to add a bunch of glass down here to complete this, but that won't take half as long as all those dispensers did. That took so long. And now I'm in the process of adding water buckets to each and every one of them. I even replaced some of the iron in here with gold so that I could cannibalize the iron so that I could make more buckets. So this torch right here marks where I stopped, so you can see that everything from there down has water buckets and everything from here out does not. So we'll go ahead and collect that torch and start putting in water buckets. And I tell you, this project has taken me so long. It's been weeks that I've been working on this project now. It's such a huge job. So let's put that torch back there. Oh, no, I missed a bucket. Missed a bucket. Here, there you go. And we'll come over here and we'll get some more water. And if I just right click on this like this, hold the right click button down, it fills it all up. And off we go. You just have to make sure you've got enough room in your inventory that you don't start throwing buckets around. But other than that, it works great. And we'll collect that. Have to be careful when you collect that you don't accidentally right click with the button with the bucket selected, or you will pour water, which kind of stinks. I've done that a couple of times now and had to replace all the torches. This is a huge job. I'll tell you, if I didn't want to be able to turn the farm on and off so badly, and for anybody else who's thinking of making one of these, I really would recommend that rather than do it the way I'm doing it, where you're placing dispensers all on the top, it's probably better to just lay down a bunch of ice blocks. Because if you lay down a bunch of ice blocks, then you can you don't need to build all these dispensers, and it is so much cheaper and so much easier that, you know, that's probably a better way to go. But I really wanted to be able to turn it on and off, even though I will probably most of the time just leave it on. So that's why I did it this way. But yeah, seriously, this costs a ton of time because you can't build stacks of dispensers, of course. You can only build dispensers one at a time because each dispenser takes, that was a shift place, by the way. Each dispenser, of course, takes a bow. So, and bows don't stack, so you just have to make them one at a time. And yeah, you get to the point where you can make them relatively quickly. You know, you can kind of assembly line them a little bit, but it is still so much work. Oh my gosh. Oh well, it's going to be great when I get it done, isn't it? So my current plan is to go ahead and put all these dispensers into place, fill up all the dispensers, and hopefully I have enough iron to do that. And then I need to go downstairs and build a collection mechanism. And then once I get the collection mechanism in place, I will remove all of, and place all and place all of the, whoop, see, that's why I put the bridges in. Place all the rest of the glass so that I don't mess it up down there. And then once I've placed all the glass and built the collection mechanism, I will go ahead and remove the scaffolding and probably use that as a way to test the collection mechanism, because then it should collect all of the scaffolding down below, right? And I'll be able to reuse that in a different project or something. I don't know, it's just dirt, so I'm sure I'll find a use for it somewhere, somehow. But in the meantime, I have about a bazillion water buckets to place. Yeah, I'm not even a quarter of the way done with this. So I will continue placing water buckets, and it will be exciting and glorious. And then we will talk again, probably tomorrow my time, because this is going to take just forever. All right, I'll talk to you in just a short time. Bye-bye, guys. Wow. That took some doing, but I finally have all the dispensers placed, all the water buckets, and oh boy, did that take a bit of work. Now, while I was doing that, I got a little bit of a suggestion from viewer Cornivius, and he suggested that I do something a bit like, whoa, hello, get out of there. A bit like this. I'm gonna real quick do this to show you what he was talking about. So we're gonna go and like this, and then we will go ahead and put a dispenser right here, right there. And then if I put something underneath this dispenser, like this glass, not there, but one below that, right there. Give me a minute. I could have done this easier somewhere else, but I chose to do it over the water. Why? I don't know. Now, if I had used that for my dispenser pattern instead, then I could have done something more like this. We'll put, let's get down into there. Put you in there. And we need a lever. Where'd all my levers go? I had a pile of levers. There we go. Put a lever right here, and that'll be good enough. Should be. So that should turn on the water. And there you see how it makes that star pattern like that. So I could have put another one of these right above me here and just continued the pattern like that, and I could have used one dispenser for every 4 water sources. So yeah, so if you're building this on your own and you want to save some time and resources, yeah, he had a better way to go. I wish I'd thought of that before I got so involved in it, but I didn't, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and collect all this stuff back up, and we're going to go do some more work. These guys. There we go. All right, so next step I need to do, I need to place some of this blue glass. And then we're going to go downstairs and we're going to work on the collection mechanism. But first I need to place all the missing glass here, because what I have here isn't going to do what I want. What I have here is going to create, actually, will it? No, because it has to be too deep for these guys to spawn anyway. So no, this isn't what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place a bunch of blue glass, and this is going to take me a little while. And then after I've got all the glass placed, we will talk. So I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, the glass is all placed. It's all there. Now, another one of my viewers, a guy whose name I really like, he goes by Grown Man Who Plays Minecraft. Is that a great username or what? I can relate to that. He posted a comment and said, basically, I know your engineer side wants to finish the whole thing, blah, 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 but, and, he was saying, but, you know, I prefer to go in little bits and pieces and test it out as I go. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Actually, my engineering side prefers to go in bits and pieces and test it as I go. Because, frankly, that's a safer and better way to go. It's my showman side that wants to do it all at once. But the other thing about doing it the way I'm doing it now is I'm going to have to remove a whole bunch of dirt up there. And when I go to remove all of that dirt, I'm going to have to collect it somehow. So I figure I'd rather build the collection mechanism down below so that when I remove the dirt, it all goes into the collection mechanism, than to have to run around and pick everything up and stuff them into chests. And that will be a good way to test the collection system, actually. So, actually, I kind of am building it in stages as I go. I'm just not doing it in the order you'd have done it. So there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build part of the collection system. Now, I'm thinking I want to get everything collected over on this side and that corner, because that corner is the farthest from land, and so it's going to mean if I ever decide to light up a bunch of tunnels, that'll be the easiest way to go. I'll have fewer tunnels to light if I stand over there for the collections mechanism. So I'm going to build it so that everything gets funneled over to this side and brought up into that corner. Now, I think that this direction there is west, and I think this, in order to do the collection, the type of collection system I want, I have to go to the west. So let's see, if I put that there and that there, yeah. And the reason is, if I were to build it the other way, if I were to build it this way, you'll see that these guys are going to connect, and that's not what I want. So they prefer going west, and so that's the direction I'm going to go in. We're going to go east-west, and I'm going to build just one collection rail. So we're going to set down one collection rail from the center here. And actually, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go beside it because I want to, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. What's the I want to go that way. Oh, I know. I want to build beside it because I don't want to take the torches up because I'm too lazy to remove the torches. Although, actually, now that I think about it, that's going to create problems anyway because of this. So, I don't know. Whatever. We're going to go between the torches. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to go there, but I'm going to move these torches so that I have one there, like this. And that way I can build right through the middle, remove that torch, and everything will work just hunky-dory. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so, all right. I will get started on this collection mechanism. And, yeah, let's see. We've got to go all the way to the edge. Now the question is, how much to the edge do I want to go? I think I'm going to go, I'm actually probably going to adjust this in a little bit. And each of these torches is 12 apart, so maybe what I want to do, maybe those are where I'm going to put my powered rails. Or do I go 10? I don't know. So there's the edge right here. So this is the edge right there. And I'm going to go, let's see, how far is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's see, 12 plus 2. 24, 26, 38, 50. So I think it's about 54 across. So, all right. All right, people. I'm back, and I think I've got my collection mechanism sorted out. I think this is going to do it. So, we've got a track running under there with a minecart on it, a hopper minecart, of course. And I will demonstrate how this works. So he goes and picks that up. Comes over here. Let's go to the other side. And it unloads. Shoots it down into there where there will be a water channel to take it off to the side and over to an item elevator. So I think This is the mechanism. So this side over here operates a clock that ejects items from there, and this thing right here detects when a loaded minecart comes over this and stops it. So if I throw a couple more on there, it'll come pick them up on the way back. Here it goes. So it picks it up and drops them down into there, and then off it goes. Now, this little torch right here goes off as it's ejecting things. However, because of the way this thing unloads one item at a time anyway, this actually isn't a problem, because this doesn't need to be on again until the cart returns. So, and of course these are jack-o'-lanterns, so they're going to provide light down here. I don't really need light once I've got it all covered, but I figured I probably want it to be lit anyway, if for no other reason than because it'll look better. So I'm going to go ahead and light it up anyway. But nothing's going to be able to spawn on the glass, and things shouldn't spawn on the tracks either, so I should be good. So now I just need to add, I don't know, about 53 more of these. So, not a cheap build by any means, but what are you going to do? Okay, guys, I will talk to you all again in a little bit. Hey, boys and girls, I'm back. Thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. This is what she looks like now. I've got all the floor laid out. I went ahead and moved all of these chests up there to get them out of the way. Laid down all the tracks. I'm getting ready to start putting carts down and put a layer of glass over here. I'm probably going to remove this temporary glass I put down here while I was testing. I did make a minor change over on this side. I was going to put powered rail here over that torch. I decided against it. Instead, I've put 2 power rails here. That gives the cart more than enough oomph to get all the way to this row of powered rail here, and it means I don't have to worry about the weirdness that can sometimes happen when this rail flickers as the items are being ejected. So it came at a little bit of the cost of the symmetry, but I don't really mind that. I've laid out this little subtle pattern on the floor that kind of highlights the pattern from the lighting down there, and extended the pattern up into the walls to make sure that the edges got some lighting. I'll fill in the rest of those bits there as I cover this with glass. And then I have to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of this. Am I going to leave it open like this? Or am I going to just carry the pattern all the way up the wall? I don't know. I kind of actually like the openness. I like seeing the reeds, and I have to admit I've always kind of liked seeing the patterns left on a wall that's just been excavated like this. So, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. But I do have some plans for this. I got to get a bunch of carts out. I got to finish the floor here, and then we'll remove that stuff up there, and we'll figure out what happens next. So I'm going to get back to work. Got a bunch of glass to prepare and a bunch of carts to make. And then I will talk to you all again in a little bit. See you soon, guys. All right, guys, the floor is done. Look at that. It's awesome. And anything that I drop down there is going to get picked up by those carts. And it'll be taken to the end over to there. At which point, yeah, that guy should be emptying. That's why he didn't turn around and come right back. So it'll empty into my collection area, and then put it into the water stream and over into the item elevator. At which point it should come up here. Come out the top of my item elevator over here. See if I can make this jump. Woo! Oh, There we go. Close enough. And it should be in here. Hey, there it is. Awesome. So it's working. So the next step, now that I've got the floor all put together, the next step is we can come down here and we can remove all of the scaffolding. And that will leave us that'll leave us a nearly functional farm. So let's come down below here and we will start way over at this side and remove all of this scaffolding. Now some of this stuff is going to get a little bit lost on the ledges there, but it's just dirt. I don't care. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of this, and then we will talk some more. All right, guys, it's gone. All the dirt is gone, and so far seems to be working pretty well. So next thing I need to do is hook up all of these dispensers. And they're all going to get hooked up from this corner right over here. We're going to put a button right there, and we're going to run a line of redstone down here, and we're going to get it all going. So let's do this. Let's put you there instead. I got to make room for my redstone line here. So I'm pretty sure this should give me enough light. I think I'm going to be okay. And what we got to do, so let's see, I got that button there, and then I'm going to run some redstone all the way down along this deal right here. Let's see now, I gotta get this right. From here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that should reach right to there. And then I put one of these guys here. And then we do this. And now the way this is going to work is this whole row here is powered by this redstone, but because this guy is powered, he will also get powered. Or also from there as well, but that's beside the point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll power that as well. 11 powers that. 12, 13. So that reached. So now we got to figure out where the next one goes. This guy powering over here will get this guy powered. So from here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, this is where we got to put it, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he goes there, and this should be enough to go all the way to the end. And we're just going to continue this pattern all the way across, but the other little gotcha here is that each subsequent row has to be reached by him. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that we put enough of these guys down to power each of these rows. I could probably be a little stingier on these and make it work, but I've got enough of them that I don't mind spending a few extras. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all these down. I'm going to wire up all the redstone, and then we will give this thing a test. I'll see you in just a little bit. Alright guys, much debugging and troubleshooting later, and I am finally done with this. I had to make one more minor change with the floor. Occasionally, minecarts were getting stuck at that end. So I had to move that second line of powered rail just beyond the hoppers where they wouldn't interfere with the hoppers. And that seems to have solved the problem, but I'll keep a lookout for it in the future. But I think I've got it fixed. It was pretty rare, but every now and then having two lines of powered rail meant that the cart would stop a block away instead of right next to the edge. And then when the power came back on, there wasn't an adjacent block to move it. So anyway, that's fixed. And I've got the top all fixed up, and we'll show you up here. I got all the redstone done finally. And I think everything is going to be fully operational now. Now the key thing to note with the way I've done the redstone pattern here is these power rails run every third line. No, not powered rails. These redstone lines run every third line. And what that means is when this block here is directly powered by redstone, but it indirectly powers its neighbors. So this guy powers that one and that one and that one. And this guy powers that one and that one and that one. Now that works great until you get to the repeaters. When you get to the repeaters, this guy here is going to power there and there and there and there, while this guy powers here and here and there. So this guy underneath the repeater is powered, but the guy on either end can only be powered by the redstone over here, right? So every other one after a repeater, we do something like that, and that makes sure that all of the blocks get power. So anyway, I believe everything is ready to go. Let's see if we can take the big leap, and sometimes I miss this leap, but I think I can get it. I got it. Okay, so we are ready to give it a final test. Whew, fingers crossed. Let's hope everything works. This guy should be empty. He is. All right, let's give her a try. See what we get. So a little bit of lag while the dispensers turn on. But once they're all on, the lag should go away. And we should be producing guardians already. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. So this thing should produce pretty well. Okay, he didn't get stuck. That's good. Bunch more there. All right, and the only thing this won't do is this won't let me capture the guardians live. But you know what? I don't think I need that. If I do, it's easy enough to modify it so that I can get a few live ones, just flood the floor or something like that. But I'm not super interested in capturing them live. I'm more interested in getting the drops. So anyway, it looks like this was indeed a success. Let's go up and take a look, make sure the item elevator is working. This was a big project. Oh my gosh. I'm still not even sure if I'm done with the project down there. I might extend those walls up. We'll see. And I certainly need to do more here. Just having a single chest as a collection, this is probably not sufficient. I think I'm going to want to put a mechanism in here to sort all the drops. But that's a job for another day. Maybe we'll do that next episode. Maybe we'll do something entirely different. I don't know. But as you can see, it is clearly ticking right along there. We've already got quite a few. All right. Well, guys, that is all we have time for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw here, give it a like. And that helps people find my videos, so please do it. And if you want to see more, you know what to do. Subscribe. Please, we do this every week. We would love to have you along with us every week. And if you know of anybody who you think might enjoy HFoG's World, tell them about us. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, and I would love to get there soon. I promise something special when we do. And yeah, that's all I have, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.